Utah, let's be real for a second. The housing market has felt like a tug of war. On one side, you've got record high prices. On the other, interest rates that feel like quicksand, keeping you stuck exactly where you are. But here's what just happened. Rates dropped. Not by a ton, but enough to matter. Because even a drop of less than 1% can mean tens of thousands of dollars saved over the life of a Utah loan. So, the question is this the break you've been waiting for? Or just a little ripple in a very big lake? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how this rate change affects you, whether you're buying, selling, or just sitting on the sideline trying to figure out if now is the right time to move. Here's the situation. If you're a buyer, you've been struggling. Prices are high, affordability feels like it's out of reach, and every time you punch numbers into a calculator, the monthly payment comes back higher than you had hoped. You've maybe thought about giving up, just renting another year or 2 or 5, but every year you wait, you worry that that dream gets further away. Now, if you're a seller, you've got a whole different headache. You might want to move up. Maybe your family's growing, maybe you're dreaming of that new construction home. But you're paralyzed by one thing, giving up your low 3% mortgage rate. Why swap that out for something closer to 7%? That feels like trading in your Broncos season tickets for nosebleeds at a high school game. And to make it worse, you're worried no one will pay what your home is worth because buyers, they're being cautious right now. But here's the reality. Utah's average home price is still around $575,000. And a 1% drop in rates, that's the difference between paying $3,800 a month versus maybe $3,450 a month. That's a $350 difference every single month. Over 30 years, that's more than $125,000 saved. That's not pocket change. That's college tuition. That's retirement. That's the difference between being house poor and actually being able to enjoy your home. So listen, I'm not here to tell you what to do. This is your story. You're the main character. You're the one deciding if you're going to make a move in this crazy market. My role? I'm just the guy with the map. I've been through these ups and downs before. I've helped families here in Utah figure out the path forward. And I know what it feels like to stare at all these numbers and wonder if you're making the right call. Here's the truth. Nobody times the market perfectly. If you wait for the absolute lowest rate, you'll miss it. If you wait for prices to bottom out, you'll blink and they'll already be climbing. But making a smart decision with the right info, that's where I come in. I can help you run the numbers, compare your options, and see what makes the most sense for you. That's what this video is all about. So let's break this down with real math. Take that $575,000 home. At 7% interest, you're looking at a monthly payment around $3,800. At 6%, that drops to $3,450. That's a $350 savings every single month. Multiply that out, you're saving about $4,200 a year. Over the life of a 30-year loan, that's over $125,000. And if and when the rates eventually drop, you can refinance to a lower rate, meaning you're saving thousands more over the life of the loan, and you've already possibly built up thousands in equity. Winner, winner. Now you can afford more than that hot and spicy chicken dinner. Now, if you're a seller, here's why this matters to you. Buyers don't shop by sticker price. They shop by monthly payment. When rates drop, suddenly your home looks more affordable without you having to cut your asking price. That means you could actually sell faster and possibly for more just because a buyer can finally fit your home into their monthly budget. If you're a buyer, don't just chase the lowest rate. Think long term. Think about lifestyle. What schools do you want your kids in? How much do you want to drive every day? What neighborhood just feels right? The right home at the right time with a slightly lower rate? That beats waiting around for the perfect number that may never come.
Oh, it's a perfect day, yeah.
Here's the part nobody's talking about. Right now, buyers have leverage. Why? Because inventory is high. You can shop around, negotiate repairs, even ask sellers for concessions. But sellers also have leverage. Why? Because Utah isn't stopping its growth. Families are still moving here, and demand hasn't disappeared. It's just adjusting. That means if you play your cards right, both sides can win. Buyers can finally afford the monthly payment, and sellers can attract more offers without slashing their prices. That is the power of a rate drop. Even with the rate drop, today's market is rough. Houses are at an all-time high and climbing fast. So, while you wait for the interest rates to drop, home prices are still increasing. So, you're missing out on potential equity. If the past is any indication of the future, interest rates are going to drop and rise and drop and rise again. Don't miss out on months or even years of living in your dream home, building equity, just waiting on the government to cut rates. Buy now, build equity, and when the rates drop, refinance. So, here's where you choose your path. This market isn't about buyers winning or sellers winning. It's about you winning. It's about making the right move for your family with the right timing and the right plan. If you're curious how much this recent rate drop would actually save you, let's run the numbers together. I'll show you side by side what staying put versus moving could look like in real dollars. Because at the end of the day, the question isn't, is it a buyer's market or is it a seller's market? The question is it your market? And if you're ready to figure that out, you know a guy.